seeking a central area where they can learn along with other active Moors that may not be close by geographically. So what we've done here at ActiveMoors.com, we set up an active space where other active Moors who are already within active space can invite participants in to join and add in or add on to the platform that we built here. Now with active space, what the central function of it is really to create that learning center, that school that should be in the temple, but instead of it being in the temple due to obvious reasons for any studious Moor, we've been able to set up this platform instead.
All right, and this is a platform also that temples can use to broaden the resources for those classes that they may want to give to those attending their temple, correct? Once the temples are invited, they can invite whomever they wish, correct?
Indeed, yes.
Okay.
There's even an app here placed for active Moorish temples. We'll get into that.
Okay.
For Moors to add their temple. The ones who are actually following what the Prophet laid down as far as teaching and educating our unconscious Moors to be better citizens.
All right.
So, but just to start off, once again, once you get invited into active space, this will be the first page that you see, which is the activity stream. Now you can see first off the members that we have here so far is an active space. You see your contact list here to those who need to be notified. So you have a certain instructor for a room. We'll get into that a little bit later. But the contact for those instructors will be listed here. This here is the activity stream where you can see everything that all members of Active Space post and upload to Active Space. Everything that one posts, upload, it goes onto the activity stream.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm just taking my vitamins.
All right. Here you can see as well Active Space files for convenience as opposed to constantly searching through the active stream. You have it here for easy accessibility. So above here, I've set up some apps for Moors to utilize once they get into the space. So this one here, the first one here, is called Active Remedies, in which the administrators of Active Space will be able to upload active remedies that Moors can utilize to their benefit.
All right, and do me a favor. When you're getting ready to click something, go ahead and say, I'm getting ready to click it, so that they know if the screen changes automatically that you've done that.
Would you want me to go back?
No, you can continue. Just to let them know that when you're going to click a screen, just go ahead and say, I'm going to click this or click that or whatever.
All right. Yeah, so with Active Remedies, the administrators of Active Space will post different remedies at their leisure to further assist those newly active, those newly awakened Moors to getting the information that is necessary for them to really get a thorough understanding of protocol and the right order of things.
Okay.
That seems to be a necessity right now. A lot of Moors are unaware of the order of things. So this is what active remedies will adhere to or address.
Okay, so active remedies, this particular space, which is identified by that icon tab that you just clicked, this particular space is for newly conscious Moors and those wishing to come into further consciousness of self. They would come here and they would find basically the basics, correct?
Indeed, yes.
Okay.
And they will be categorized in different under different titles. For instance, the two that's posted right now is from Moorish Directory. Brother Jonathan Day, he's posted the first YouTube video, and as well as a link, a URL link. And click that. Just pull that up really quickly.
And that's what those two. That's what those two boxes were, right?
Yes, I clicked the first box, which is the Moorish Civil Rules of Procedural Order.
All right.
And click that, and you see the link here. And they can scroll through and make it bigger, pop it out. Okay. And there's the PDF for them to study from, print out, do as they wish from there.
Okay, so from that area, that icon, the space, active space, that will be filled with similar blocks as the two blocks that they saw. And all of those would be profitable resources that they could utilize, and we'll call them as basic materials, beneficial to know.
Yes.
All right.
And it won't be restricted to just it won't be restricted to just how can I say? Can't find the right wording for it. But pretty much it's like, say there was a Moor who, just for an example, Moors who've gone through a process for themselves and just to, as a template to show for other Moors. They can email active Moors or email Moorish Directory, and we can go over the process that they've done and the results that came of that from that process. We'll post that here as well, so their testimony can be shown that, okay, yes, they've gone through this process, and these are the results. It's just the favorable reply that they've gotten in response to that process.
All right.
That'll also be another function of active remedies.
All right.
And so I'm just going to go back into active space.
All right.
So that I can click on another icon. The next one we have here is Moorish Affairs.
All right.
So I'm clicking on that. And here within Moorish Affairs is where one can set up an assignment for other Moors. Say they want to create a study time, a study group time, right?
Right.
You can add an assignment here by clicking Add Assignment. It's segueing me into that. So you just fill in the necessary blank spaces. The ones with the asterisks, they must be filled, or the assignment will not save. But everything else is optional.
All right.
All right.
And even though that it's optional, it's probably pretty good to put it in case we need that information for whatever it might be to contact the person or whatever.
Indeed.
But it is optional.
Indeed. Indeed. So here, I'm just filling in. Okay. Click save. We see, just as an example, it won't let me move forward unless
You filled in all the pertinent information. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so now I save assignment. And now I can see it posted within Moorish Affairs.
Okay, so now when they go to that little icon that looks like a
The Congress building?
yes, then they'll see now that on the 21st you've placed an assignment.
Correct.
Okay, and we could also consider those as activities.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So with the, as you stated, they are activities. They're specific activity. There's different activities that can be done, but it is an activity.
Okay.
So say you want to get the overall activities going on overall within active space. In order to get the access to that, you can click on the calendar icon.
All right.
Above here, on the blue strip, the blue headed strip here.
Okay.
And it will take you to the main calendar. So everything that all members within active space have scheduled will show up on this calendar.
All right.
So here you can see past postings that I've done.
Yes.
And they're distinguished between, you can tell the difference between each app by its icon. Here you have the brainstorm icon. Here you have Moorbook icon. That's another Moorbook icon. Here you have active remedies, right? And here you have the Moorish Affairs icon with the study group assignment that I have just created.
Okay. So if they click one of those, and it's going to give them a different calendar specific to that.
It will take, when you click on it, it will take you to the event itself.
All right.
If you want to go to the calendar of the app,
yeah.
you would have to click on the app specifically to get just the activities within that app.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So here, I just clicked from the calendar. I clicked on the study group assignment that I just created, and I'm going over how you can delete it or alter it once you say you set it up already.
Okay.
And you want to delete it.
All right.
You will go into actions here. You can print, clone it, download all files. Say if you save files with this assignment, you can download all the files attached to this assignment. Okay. Right? Or you can delete it. Okay. You know, as the creator of it. You have to be the creator in order to delete it.
Okay.
So that's what we can do here. And then you can go back to the calendar, refresh, and as you can see, it's no longer there.
Gotcha.
All right. So now I'm going to go back to active space to show you the other apps. Now, when it comes to the study guide is mainly tailored for the assignments that certain instructors will be dispensing to the participants of active space. So, say you do have a study group or you have a class session and you want to share your material, but you don't want to misplace your material, right? You can click study guide. You have the option of either making these functions private here by creating a new note. You can create a new note here, or you can keep it for all eyes to see within active space. But it doesn't matter. It's personal preference.
All right.
So you would click add note here, the green option, the green rectangle here, and you would state which assignment it is by filling in assignment title, filling in the date, whichever note you wish to fill in as your study, as a study guide for others, and you would save that note.
Okay.
And they will be able to see it within the study guide.
All right. Keep talking. I'm just going to step away to cut on the air. It's about 235 degrees in here. All right. So go ahead. Continue.
All right. But so you have that's the study guide. The references is more of a open option as to what people will want to post. So say you have you're reading a book and there's an excerpt of that book that is really good that you think more should know. You can put it within references. If you know certain case laws that can be of assistance to other Moors, you can put that in references as well. Certain links, files, things that you as Moors would be good to put in a list. You can put it within references here. All right. It's a similar setup where you would click on add reference and you would fill in the spaces. Within the title, you will put the title should be what the reference is referred to. Published or recorded by. Put your links and fill in whichever space is necessary, and just click save from there and continue. Alright, so I'm going to go back into active space here. You can always, just in case you do get lost within the on the website, you can see here it always guides you to where you're at. So it's like, this is the main, this is the subdomain, and this is the, how do I say? What's longer than a subdomain? The subset of the subdomain.
Okay. All right.
But you can always go back just by clicking on
various levels.
Right.
Okay.
Alright. So we can go, wait, let me show you how to create a task. So say you want to assign a task to someone. I set up a space here where all you would have to do is click create task.
Okay, now you're saying task, right? T-A-S-K? Okay.
T-A-S-K.
Right.
Task.
Mm-hmm.
You want to assign someone to do something, or you want to set a reminder for yourself.
All right.
So those are your options. So here, I'm setting up a task just for show. And I'm assigning it to Jonathan Bay.
All right.
Right? And I can add whomever I wish, whomever I choose to.
Okay.
I would set the date. So this one's today, say at 3. You will put the space, which is active space. It can be shared for everyone to see, or you can keep it private if you wish.
All right.
Right? I'm going to click private.
All right.
So now, you enter more information if need be. It's the overview of the site. Let's go over the website in detail.
All right.
If you want, you can set it to be a weekly thing on repeat, or say if you need a reminder, you can also set that as well.
All right.
But we set it for today, so you don't need a reminder necessarily. So we're just going to continue with create the task, and you will see it pop up. And so when you sign in, you'll see it directly on your main page.
Okay. All right. Because, and just for further explanation, there at the bottom where it says active space tasks, and it says overview of website, to the right of that is my icon that says activemoors.com. If you were assigning that to someone else, then that would be on their screen. When they open it up, they would see their icon there.
No, they will not see this because I created it to be private. So
no, I understand.
Is the one
correct.
Who created the task and the one that the task is assigned to.
Correct. I'm saying that if you were to assign a task to someone, another individual, they would see it just as they're seeing it on this screen. However, they would see their icon, not my icon.
Correct.
Okay.
They would see their icon alone.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So now, if you want to click, if you want to change the task or omit the task from the board, you know, say you have to reschedule it, this is where you would do it. You would simply click the date. You can change it, modify it here. You know, doesn't matter what do the necessary altering that you would need to, and it would just automatically save. All you would have to do is refresh the page.
All right.
So say I go here. You set it for 3. I'll set it for 5 this time. Right.
All right.
For the detail, I don't have to say anything else. Or say I want to say Islam. I forgot to say Islam to you, so I'll put Islam right there. You know, just to show the difference. And I will go. Let's go to the overall calendar. And so you can see it's set up for 5 instead of 3 here.
All right.
Click it, and you see the detailed description within there.
Got you.
What's going on?
Okay. Good.
And if you want to delete it, once again, you'll see the little trash bin here, trash receptacle. Click delete. It'll ask you if you're sure. You click yes. And it's no longer there.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
So, let's go back to the main active space. And, okay, so now we have a Moorbook set up here. Now, Moorbook is really a question or commentary app. If you have a question that you want to get a group opinion on, specifically, or if you have ideas, specifically, you can add it in here. So here I've titled, let's say Islam, right? The date, and then commentary. Right? So you just have a question. So then it will say, and you can go into Moorbook. You will see it posted. Let's change the layout just because we want to change the layout. So here, it says Islam. So you click on that, and you see what There's the question being made, what is Islam? So then here it is, whoever is in it, whoever is in Moorbook that wants to answer the question or add to the forum, this specific forum here, they can do that. They can add a file or image that they want to address the question with. They can share a link to explain an answer to the question, you know, or maybe they have a question for themselves, so they want to share a question as well within this forum related to this topic specifically. They can do that.
All right. Okay.
And so I'm just going to delete this because I already know that I took law and master, which is what Islam is.
All right.
But okay, so now let's go to these icons here. You have a few additional icons along the blue border at the top. So the little question mark is your help and support. When you click that, a side menu pops up, and if you type in the subject matter of what your question is tailored to, it'll bring things up. So say you want to know messaging. So you have a question about messaging. Right? You type that in, you see certain responses come up via messaging. I'm not going to get too much into that, but just so you know where the options are if you do need help with the site.
Okay.
And this little question mark here.
And now you were showing the active Moor. And what is that icon that's next to it that says brainstorm?
Oh yes, brainstorm. This is an app that was created by another admin. He wanted a app tailored to different ideas, different brainstorm ideas, quote unquote brainstorm ideas, for more to be able to really initiate some form of
So it's like a think tank?
Directives, correct. You know, like just so that a lot of the times when it comes to Moors, they're really passive, and it's like they don't necessarily do things unless it personally affects them in some kind of way. So with brainstorm, what it is, it allows people to kind of expand beyond themselves alone, you know, just or their personal circle, as opposed to where you can really tap and touch into other avenues or other more. So that's what brainstorm is for. And if you can also look on the calendar. You see that he has scheduled a brainstorm meeting every week. But here you see it here. That's his brainstorm.
Okay.
Right here, scheduled there. You know, ideas and for the call/site. So that's one of his brainstorms. Like, what do you think should be added to the cause, which would be uplifting for all humanity, or the site itself, which is, it's not just this site, but also activemoors.com as well. So,
okay. Now,
that's brainstorm.
Going back to those icons that were there.
Yeah.
So one should be able to expect that when they come to the site, they may arrive one day and see several other icons that they had not seen there before, and that means that someone had created more resources, correct?
Indeed, yes, that's correct.
Okay.
The way that they'll be able to keep track of what's going on, once again, is with the contact listing. The creator of the app will be here. Like any admin or any instructor of active space, they will be in active space contact for sure, to answer any questions in regards to the apps or the presentations that will be uploaded and the assignments that will be given within active space.
All right. And if someone wanted to, let's say, enter in some information their own, or if they wanted to post a video, or if they wanted to make a comment or share a link, something that the website that they've come across that was helpful or something, how would they do that?
Now that's simple. They can just simply post it on the activity stream. With the activity stream is the main stream that they see in front of them once they sign into active space, which is here.
Okay.
You can share a file here by clicking this. You can click on share a link, or share a question, or just share what's on your mind. You know,
right.
It wouldn't make a difference. If they want to share a file, just click that.
Okay, I see. So they could drag. So basically, they could do the same thing as they would do on, let's say, Facebook from right here.
Correctly. Yes, indeed. But the thing is, the difference between this and Facebook is the privacy aspect that you will get.
And privacy aspect, you're saying that basically now you know that you're within an environment of just Moors.
Indeed.
And those Moors who have been invited in by other active Moors.
Correct.
Understand. So this is an environment that would lend itself more so than to those who are truly interested in receiving information that other Moors have come across in the course of their study, as well as sharing information that they may have come across, as well as interacting with other Moors and creating new relationships with Moors in their area, as well as any other place geographically.
Indeed. Like, this is definitely the central community where Moors will be able to freely express themselves.
So if someone had, let's say, a question like, is there a temple in my area? Then they'd be able to post that and somebody would be able to respond to it. Or they might even be able to say, are there any other Moors that live near me? And they would be able to reach out, and those other people would be able to respond to them.
Indeed, without hesitation. Matter of fact, we also have an active Moors temple app where we will be uploading different those temples that are in accordance with what the Honorable Noble Juali instructed us to do in regards to the temple. So yes, they'll be able to utilize this app to speak specifically to that subject matter.
All right. Very good. So what other things are on here that one would need to know, or is it really as basic and simple as you've just shown us?
Well, for the most part, it is basic and simple. But I wanted to show you the chat icon here.
All right.
Where you'll be able to communicate with those that are connected to active space. So here you see my listing of individuals who are connected to within active space. And I'm just going to click someone. Now, they're not online right now, but typically you can, when you message them, they will get a notification. And that notification says if you're not online, you will also get your notifications here.
Okay.
This little icon here.
All right.
To the left of the chat.
All right.
Now, so you want to video chat with the individual. You can click this icon here, and a separate window will pop up to where you have a room to leave the room open and wait for that participant to enter the room if you so choose. But if not, if you don't want to leave the room open, say you don't want to leave the room open, you can always copy and paste this link here.
Okay.
Whichever the room, the name of the room, you can copy and paste that link there.
Okay, are you saying that the link is the link that says appear.in/social?
Sociable Jaguar, right?
Okay.
Because what it is, it's random. It's random rooms that are available to converse in.
Okay.
But for those who are lecturers, the professors, lecturers, teachers, they have the option to claim a room for their participants.
Gotcha.
Who want to follow along with their specific curriculum.
Okay.
So they have the option to claim a room.
All right.
Such as I have done.
Okay.
So I can show you that now. This is the Shericel room. Just 1 second, I'm loading.
All right, and while you're doing that, that would mean also that, let's say that various sheiks at the temples, if they would like to have a room created for them specifically, then they can have that made by their administrators, correct?
Yes, they can do that as well, which is honestly favorable for them to do, knowing that active space is nothing. It's nothing more. It's specifically tailored for active Moors. So the audience is, the audience that they're gonna have. It's not gonna. You won't have any trolls. You won't have any, oddballs kind of just disrupting the vibration that's going on.
Right. You won't just be having people lurking around.
Right. Exactly. That's not gonna happen. Anyone that you give your specific link address to, that's who will have access into the room. You can also lock and unlock the room so that if you want, and like I stated, those whom you give the link to will have access to the room, but you can lock the room so that they would have to knock. Like you would have to let them in before they can even hear or see anything that's going on. That's going on within the room. Alright. So here I have, this is my room here that we're looking at. And it's just me alone in this room. Typically you have the other participant here. But I'm going to show you how one of the cool functions with this is that you can share your screen. For those who are doing presentations, the function, things such as other software such as like Skype or something, or YouTube Live or something, they have the option to share a screen. You can also share a screen here as well.
All right.
And they can make it bigger on their end and all of that.
Okay.
And I'm going to come out of that. Here, I can invite people. I can turn on my camera or mic. The lock option, like I stated, where they would have to see guests need to knock and to enter, right?
Okay.
And I can turn them away. Once they knock, if I don't want them to come in, then they won't. All right. So
all right.
now I'm just gonna leave. All right, and I can exit. But that's pretty much the overview of the site itself.
Great.
And as you go along, it'll build and it can only get better, because this is definitely going to be a storehouse for newborns and old Moors, because you never stop learning. So as we're connecting with one another, we're getting different perspectives of active Moors and the things that they're doing.
Okay, so let's say
they're sharing it with us via this site.
Okay. So if we had, let's say, someone like Brother Nun Nigel, I know he's got quite a lengthy library, that here one would be able to, if it were his desire, one would be able to access his library by way of this resource, as well as anything else that someone would want to share with other Moors. So this will be quite a storehouse of references, information, and actual literature, not just simply links, but also downloadable material and everything that one might possibly need for their studying.
Indeed.
And if someone were to
without
want
the hassle of having to go, every which way to find the reference, it is all here in one location.
Okay, and if someone, let's say, had a question on how to do something, they could even, let's say, type it in the search bar and probably get a list of things that are relative to that, and that might provide them a quick answer, let's say at 3 o'clock in the morning or something. When someone else is not around to email or talk to, they can check that and probably get an answer to their question, like someone coming in newly conscious, and they want to know the process on how to proclaim their nationality. They could click there and probably come up with quite a few various means and mechanisms by which to do so, as well as links and perhaps even templates for doing so.
Indeed. They can, like you stated, when searching, they can click this search icon here, this little magnifying glass here.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You can click that. And say they are looking for something to best tailor. They want to understand certain borders
or maybe even the date that something happened, like, when did something take place or something like that. They can search to see if somebody's listed it.
Yes, they can do that here.
Or if they're looking for a YouTube video that they saw once and they can't find again, they could go here and type in some words and then perhaps be able to pull that video up.
Yeah, see, just quickly I typed in Moor, and you can see the references that popped up already.
Okay.
And these are strictly all the activities that have been posted so far within the activity stream.
Okay.
And within the apps as well.
Okay.
So it doesn't, the possibilities are endless with this, really.
Okay.
There's no empty gaps with this. This is definitely the Moorish learning sector for a reason.
Okay, so that means that basically anything that is imaginable can be built here.
Indeed.
Okay. It's a good place to start then.
Fantastic place to start.
Okay, great. All right. Well, I appreciate the overview. That was very comprehensive, and I suspect that we'll probably be having more tutorials in the future where we can get into a little bit more specificity, as well as answering those questions that began to pop up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what I'll do is I'll post an email address that people will be able to, it'll be on the end of the screen after this video, where people can contact and request an invitation. And once they're invited, then they can invite whomever they wish to as well, correct?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
But they can't, one thing, well, I guess that'll be on my end to do as an administrator, just to keep track of those who, because the administrator, say like with New GL, right? New GL has the ability to create apps now. So he either bestow to another individual the same power that he has within active space, or keep them as a light number to where they can just only utilize the apps and the other stuff that they can do, but they can't create anything.
Right, got you.
You see what I'm saying? So I would just have to keep track of those individuals that other administrators add on. You know what I mean? Because as they add on and they create apps, you know, if they're unnecessary apps like the stupidness, then no, it's not. It will be deleted. Like they're going to get an email, something to understand what this space is for. You know, it's not necessarily Facebook. It's not supposed to be Facebook.
Right. So this is probably a place that someone can be sure that they can come to, and they're not going to be finding any Black Lives Matter material.
Yeah, we're not having that. No, no, we're not going to have any African American nothing in here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Sounds great. Well, I appreciate the overview, and I'm sure that the other Moors out there would greatly appreciate it as well. Thank you. You know, I was just saying I appreciate the overview, and I'm sure that other Moors will appreciate the energy, time, and effort that you've placed into this as well, and are continuing to put your energies towards. Thank you very much.
Thank you for you gave me the opportunity, so I'm definitely going to create something from it, you know. So I thank you.
Okay.
Really.